Okay, welcome. We're at Smith Point County Park in Shirley, Long Island, New York. And we're going to take a walk over to the Atlantic Ocean, just a few minutes away. We'll go to the ocean at the Visitors Center of the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness area. Beautiful day here on eastern Long Island. Temperature is right now about 47 degrees. I feel the breeze off the ocean. Happy Easter to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let me make sure the path is clear before I walk through the pedestrian crossing here. Heading west from the Smith Point County Park parking lot. Now we're going to head over to the barrier beach, across the barrier beach to the ocean. See that sign? It's just telling you welcome to Smith Point County Park, which is off to our left. And then the Fire Island National Seashore is over here to our right, and now straight ahead. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, we've made several trips over here over the past month or so. I think the last one was a couple of weeks ago. Nice day. There's a cool breeze coming off the Atlantic right now, but the air temperature is indicated as 47, 48 degrees. We'll hope our cell signal holds up for us, where we don't drop people out. If you happen to get momentary data loss or video freeze, hang in there, it should recover. Okay, a few people over here walking today. This is not going to be a long trip today, but we'll see a few things while we're over here. I'm operating with my iPad Mini 4 with Periscope loaded into that, and I'm operating in the landscape mode or panorama mode. And I hope the audio is okay, because I am using an external mic with a wind mitten on it to cut down on wind noise. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's get over here and I'll show folks the sign. For those of you who have not been on this walk with me before, and for those of you who are back with me again, hopefully Lucky Dog, you still have some break time there at the hospital. Here we are again. Okay. Fire Island Wilderness Visitor Center, gateway to the Otis Pike Fire Island High Dune Wilderness. So from here west is Fire Island Barrier Beach and the High Dune Wilderness area. So this is all protected land now, not to be developed. We'll take a walk up here and then we'll go up to the top of the Visitors Center, take a look out over the ocean. Give a little bit of a history lesson here. welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining our walk here at Smith Point, Long Island, New York. About 60 some odd miles east of New York City. Let me show you the map. Thank you for joining. So this is a map showing Fire Island National Seashore, and if I point some things out. Oh yes, of course. Here's the Fire Island Barrier Beach where I'm pointing. This is Great South Bay, and here we are over here at Smith Point, where there's a bridge across now, where I have my finger. That's where we cross William Floyd Parkway. This area right here is the Suffolk County Park, Smith Point County Park, Ocean Beach. You are here. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Atlantic Ocean, Great South Bay. This eastern part is known locally as Bellport Bay. And then there's the south shore of Long Island, Patchogue, where the park headquarters is located. Right across from us to the north is communities of Shirley and Mastic Beach, and then over here is Mastic, and then Moriches, and then Center Moriches. So this is the Narrows Bay through here, and then it opens up into a smaller bay known as Moriches Bay. Long Beach is about 50 miles to the west, up the island. It's in Nassau County. If I were to just go this way, point this way, I'm pointing west now up the Barrier Beach. So Long Beach is probably about 50 some odd miles due west of us right now. So we're out in eastern Suffolk County. Alright, so that basically shows you the local area. Thank you for joining. And what you see in green here on this map is the Fire Island National Seashore Protected Area. And what you see in yellow are pre-existing oceanfront communities. Usually they're mainly summertime, but some people do live there year-round. So they're interspersed with the Fire Island National Seashore. And then here's the western end of Fire Island, and you come across over here by Bridge at Captree. And then of course this continues underneath Nassau County. Let me walk up to the top level here, folks, and I'll show you the ocean view from up above. Looks like we still have a cellular signal, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Ooh, good breeze off the ocean today. Southeast wind blowing about 20. Okay, Lucky Dog, thanks for coming back. Thank you. Here we are, Fire Island National Seashore, the Visitors Center, Ranger Station. Again, yeah, it looks that way. Look at the pipe is laid out. I don't see the dredge currently, but you know, he does run up and down the South Shore. I think all out to Shinnecock, they're also doing work out there. So he runs along here, and I get, oh wait a minute, way off on the horizon I see what looks to be the boat, and that would tell me he's south of Shinnecock Inlet right now, or south of that part of the beach. I don't know if we'll see anything by zooming in, because probably not. No, that's not going to do us any good. But what we see here are the support tugboats, and of course we see the equipment on the beach itself, right? The backhoes and the cats and the bulldozers. And the pipe is laid out. You can see where it enters the water there. And then offshore in that direction, if I look directly out that way, looks like there's some kind of a mooring device where the dredge would hook up to and start pumping the sand back in through the pipe back to the beach. But nothing going on right now because there's no dredge on station here. It sure looks like they've covered a lot of territory as far as spreading out, refurbishing this beach. Looks to be low tide. Okay, this is looking east toward the beach pavilion at the Smith Point County Park. That's what that building is over there. Temperature is about 47, 48 degrees Fahrenheit, but there's a good breeze coming in off the ocean right now, about 15 miles an hour or maybe a little higher. It's a cool breeze, but it's not it's not unmanageable. The ocean waves are coming out of the southeast today. Southeast winds, yes. Alright, so where you see this orange snow fence, I'll call it, that is supposed to keep the public off the beach while this beach sand restoration project is going on. So the beach is off limits right now, except to the west and over here now, which is now the Fire Island National Seashore. They are not going to be doing any sand filling over here or anything. The government just lets nature take its course. So we can walk down there. Problem is I might lose the video signal by going down below the dunes. Alright, so here's the Atlantic Ocean. I'm basically looking due south right now. Nice wide beach. Thank you for joining. So they have a work crew here, unless they're being picked up to leave the area. But there's no dredge on site right now. Alright, we're going to look, this is looking to the east again, back to the parking lot of the Smith Point Park. This is looking north, back to the Smith Point Bridge that we crossed to get over here. Let me walk down and then up the other side. Alright, hold on to the railing, Jim. We don't need to be tumbling down steps here. Sorry for the bounce, folks. I have to hold on to the railing with one hand and my iPad in the other hand. Okay. The water temperature is probably in the low 40s Fahrenheit right now. It never really gets much above mid to high 60s here in the summertime. Occasionally in late August or early September, it might reach 70 degrees, but that's really pushing it. But right now I would say the water temperature is in the 40s. Okay, now this is looking west up the Barrier Beach, Fire Island National Seashore, High Dunes Wilderness area. Growth is dormant right now, late winter, early spring, but this will green up in another month or two. I'm looking northwest back toward Great South Bay, or as this eastern portion is known, Bellport Bay. and then it narrows down here at Smith Point, appropriately called Narrows Bay, which separates Shirley and Mastic Beach from the barrier beach here. And there's the bridge, Smith Point Bridge. This is looking back north at the south side of Long Island. Alright, let me swing out here. I'll give you a picture of the waves again coming in. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, looks like the Rangers are doing something down here in their vehicle. Oh, it looks like the one Ranger truck is stuck in the sand. How can that be? I'm going to tow him out. Alright, again, the Atlantic and the wave action is out of the southeast today. Moderate surf. Nothing spectacular today. Okay, thanks for joining the broadcast, folks. Again, for those who are just joining, I'm at the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness area at Smith Point, Shirley, Long Island, New York. Okay, I'm going to walk down the steps here. You might get a little camera bounce while I hold on to the railing again. Yeah, see that? Steady myself going down. I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. It was a little tough to read comments up there in the glare of the sun, so I apologize if I'm missing some comments or missing some friends joining. I'm walking west now, and this is the eastern boundary of the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness area. And immediately to the east of us is the Suffolk County Park, Smith Point County Park. Just a few things I'll point out here again on this visit, as I've pointed out on previous trips. So thank you very much for joining. Let's see if we had a data loss there. Let me check my signal strength. Okay, you can call me Jim. All right, it looks like we have a signal. All right, this is the wilderness area. Dormant growth right now, but in the summertime this will all green up. Okay. Okay, thank you for joining. Thank you very much. I'm at the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness area overlooking the Atlantic Ocean here on eastern Long Island, New York. We're about 62 miles east of Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Here's the Ranger Station and Visitor Center. This is now looking south to the Atlantic Ocean. I'll take a walk down there in a minute. We may lose signal. Okay, panning around again. We have signal. don't know that we have any visitors right now, but that's okay. People can watch this on replay. Alright, so I'll just one more time for new people who come along. You see these concrete slabs that I'm standing on. There's 3 of them here. 3 large 8-sided concrete slabs. And these were the bases for World War II coast artillery defense guns. Long-range artillery that was placed here to protect the approaches to New York Harbor against potentially the German Navy if they sent warships over here of battleships or whatever they had. And this was a gun emplacement point in World War II to help defend the east coast of the United States. So they stay. The artillery cannons disappeared right after the war, 1945. And then for a while there was a U.S. Coast Guard station here. There was a building that may have been located right where we see the current ranger station. I don't recall the exact location of it, but it was like a 3-story Coast Guard building. And then that was deactivated in the early 1950s or mid 1950s, and then eventually torn down when the county built a bridge over here and created a county park for ocean bathing. So let me see if we can just walk down this way a little bit today with our camera still going, with our video link hopefully holding up. Try to get down to the ocean where we don't lose signal. So I'm walking across the beach dunes. Welcome to the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness Area at Smith Point, Long Island, New York. So I'm walking through the dunes right now. This whole area was overwashed by Hurricane Sandy, or Superstorm Sandy. So that's why we see all the sand spread the way it is now. The ocean actually washed right over the barrier beach here into the bay, deposited all this sand back in here, washed a lot of the dune structure away. Okay, let's walk over here. Looks like one of the ranger vans got stuck and they're trying to pull him out of the soft sand. Thank you for joining. I'm at the Atlantic Ocean here at Smith Point, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. And this is the eastern end of the Fire Island National Seashore High Dunes Wilderness Area. And thank you for joining. And immediately to our south is the Atlantic Ocean. Let's hope we still have a signal for you folks. Part of the beach is blocked off, as you can see by this orange fence. That's because on the other side of that, on the county property, they're doing a beach sand replenishment program. Although the dredge, which is normally offshore pumping the sand in, is not here right now. There's a 400-foot ocean-going dredge which is going up and down the south shore of Long Island. And when he's working here, he pumps the sand in through the pipe you see laying along the beach there. and then the bulldozers and the heavy equipment spread the sand out to replenish the beach, re-widen the beach. So thank you for joining. Looks like our ranger, park ranger, got the county patrol car on its way again. Alright, let me walk down here. This is looking to the west, as we say, up island. This is all the barrier beach here, the south side of Fire Island Barrier Beach. I'll see if I can get down to the ocean level without losing signal today. I think we may have lost it, but we'll try it anyway. Okay. It's hard to see whether I have signal strength enough for my cellular connection. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you very much. So I guess we still do have a video connection because we're in a marginal cell signal area right now here on the beach. This is the Atlantic Ocean at Smith Point, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. Let's walk down here. If we're successful, we'll be successful. If we're not, we're not. All right. Okay. Looks like low tide. North Atlantic rollers coming in out of the southeast today. Oh, I forgot to bring the bag for the fella that wanted the bag of beach sand. I will do that next trip. Yeah, this is definitely low tide right now. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. I'm at the Atlantic Ocean at Smith Point, Long Island, New York. I'm looking due south right now. We're on the barrier beach of Fire Island. Here's to the east. Panning around to the north. People are enjoying walking along the ocean beach today. This is looking west up Fire Island, up the barrier beach. Low tide right now here in the Atlantic. I have the GPS locator on, so if you want to see exactly where we are, check the map and tell you where we are. Thank you for the message there. I can't read it, unfortunately, because I'm looking right into the sun. But anyway, let me walk down a little closer. But not so close where a rogue wave comes in and soaks my feet. But this is definitely low tide right now. Ron C., I hope you get to see this live or on replay. Yeah, the waves are out of the southeast, moderate ocean today. Nothing really spectacular. Cold. Water temperature is probably only a little above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm panning around to the east, down the length of the beach. To the east of us, they're doing beach replenishment, and when the dredge is here, they pump sand in and spread it out. Fix the all the beach erosion from the winter storms. I mean, it's a beautiful spot, beautiful beach. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Okay, this is looking due west now, up Fire Island along the beach. Here at Smith Point, Suffolk County. No surfers today. I guess it's really not a surfer's surf. They like those long rollers that come in, spaced way apart. And besides, the water's very cold. Okay, folks, I hope that everybody enjoyed this. I'm going to walk back now to the pavilion. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. All right, we'll take one more pan around here, back out over the Atlantic Ocean. This is looking south at the Atlantic. We have a few people here walking along the beach today. Very good. All right, I'm going to end the broadcast right now. And maybe we'll be back on the air with a drive-in scope in a little bit. So take care, everybody. Thank you for joining me.